The throne chamber of the Zirin Empire smelled of smoke and venom. The alien queen lounged upon her obsidian throne, cloaked in living scales that shifted like snakes across her shoulders. Behind her, tethered by chains forged in the heart of a collapsed star, lurked her deadliest pet, Vorith, the dragon whose name entire planets whispered in terror. Its wings stretched like storm clouds, eyes glowing with molten gold. Vorith had slaughtered armies, reduced fleets to ashes, and devoured champions who dared to face the queen. And at the foot of the throne, shackled in iron that bit into his skin, knelt a single human prisoner. His name was Elias Kale, captain of a wrecked exploration vessel that had drifted too far into the Zirin sector.
His crew was dead.
His body bruised, bloodied, broken. Yet his spirit, though the queen could not understand it, remained unyielding. The queen sneered. "Human," her voice echoed like thunder in a canyon, "your kind are weak, frail, fleeting. I keep you alive only to amuse myself. Today, you will serve as fodder." Vorith hungers. The dragon hissed, a sound like a furnace roaring to life. The chamber trembled. The chains strained as Vorith reared, its fangs dripping streams of fire. The courtiers, dozens of alien nobles wrapped in silver bones and glowing tattoos, leaned forward with gleeful anticipation. They had seen countless prisoners fed to the dragon. The spectacle never grew old. Elias raised his head, his eyes steady despite the shadow of doom. "Funny," he rasped, blood at his lips. "Back on Earth, we tell stories about dragons. But in our stories, dragons can be tamed." The chamber erupted in laughter. Even the queen's black-lipped smile widened into a cruel grin. "You dare speak of taming mine? Vorith is no beast of Earth's pitiful legends. He is destruction incarnate, bound to my will since the day I bathed in his fire and bent him beneath my crown. He kneels for no one." Elias met her gaze. "Everyone kneels for something." The queen gestured with a clawed hand. "Enough. Vorith, feed." The chains loosened, and the dragon surged forward. Heat scorched the air, flames illuminating the chamber in blinding gold. Elias should have cowered. He should have screamed. But instead he stood, shackled, wounded, trembling, but standing. And then he spoke. Not in Zirin, not in English, but in a tone carved from courage itself. "Down." The word cracked like thunder. The dragon froze. Its eyes, molten and cruel, locked on Elias. The chamber fell silent. Even the queen's mocking smile faltered. The alien courtiers murmured in disbelief. Impossible. A trick? He should already be ash. Elias did not flinch. He stepped forward, chains dragging against the floor, and repeated, louder, firmer, "Down." The impossible happened. Vorith, the death dragon that had raised worlds, bowed. Its colossal wings folded in submission, its head lowering until its snout touched the floor at Elias's feet. Gasps rippled through the chamber. Nobles stumbled backward in fear. The queen rose from her throne, her scaled crown trembling as her composure cracked. "No,
No.
he is mine. He obeys me." But Vorith did not rise for her command. The dragon pressed itself deeper against the stone, its eyes shimmering not with rage, but recognition. Elias exhaled, his chest heaving. "You've been bound by fear," he whispered, touching the dragon's scarred snout. "But you were never hers. You've always been free." The queen screamed, her voice shattering the silence like breaking glass. "Guards, kill him." Dozens of armored Zirin soldiers rushed forward, plasma spears glowing, but Vorith unleashed a roar so vast it shattered their weapons like twigs. Fire rolled from its maw, consuming the first wave of guards in incandescent fury. The chamber became chaos. Nobles fled. The queen's throne cracked beneath the dragon's fury. Elias turned, chains still binding his wrists. Vorith burned them. The dragon obeyed. Flames carved arcs across the chamber, reducing the queen's warriors to ash. The once invincible Zirin throne room drowned in fire. The queen herself fought back, summoning her crown's ancient power, hurling bolts of shadow and venom. But every attack was met by Vorith's blazing fury, and each time she cried out her command, the dragon ignored her. For the first time in centuries, the alien queen knew fear. "You, human," she spat, her voice shaking. "What sorcery is this? How can you command what belongs to me?" Elias straightened, chains falling away as molten fire from Vorith burned them to slag. His eyes glowed in the dragon's reflected light. "It's not sorcery. It's something you'll never understand." The queen staggered back, her voice a hiss. "What?" "Trust." Vorith roared again, the sound carrying not cruelty, but liberation. The queen, cornered and trembling, realized the truth. Her reign was broken. Her deadliest weapon, the beast that secured her empire, had betrayed her, not for power, not for fear, but because a fragile human had shown it something she never could: respect. The courtiers who remained cowered, uncertain whether to flee or kneel before the new master of the dragon. Elias turned, standing tall despite his wounds. "This ends today," he said. "Your empire was built on chains and fear. But fear breaks. Chains rust. And when they do, people, beasts, choose who they truly serve." Vorith rose behind him, wings spreading like the dawn, fire illuminating Elias as though he were crowned in light. The queen shrieked and hurled herself toward her throne, clawing for her scepter, but before she could reach it, Vorith's claw swept down. The obsidian floor cracked, the throne shattered, and the queen was cast against the wall like a rag doll. Silence followed, broken only by the sound of fire still burning along the chamber's edges. The once invincible alien queen lay broken. Her courtiers dared not move. And in the center of the devastation stood a human prisoner, unbowed, unbroken, flanked by the dragon who had become his ally. Elias turned to the nobles. His voice, calm but commanding, carried through the smoke. "You've served her because you feared her. Serve me instead, not because you fear me, but because you choose to. Because there's another way forward." One by one, the alien nobles dropped to their knees. Not in terror, but in awe. The queen groaned, trying to rise, her crown slipping from her brow. Elias approached her, Vorith's shadow following. "You thought strength came from chains," Elias said quietly. "But the strongest bond is the one freely given." The queen spat blood. "You are just a man." Elias shook his head. "I am human, and that is enough." Vorith's fire surged, swallowing the queen's words in a final roar. When the flames cleared, only ashes remained. The throne chamber stood in ruins, but a new dawn had begun. Elias Kale, once a captive, was now something more: a liberator, a leader, the first human to command a dragon feared across the stars. Vorith lowered its head once more, and Elias climbed onto its back, feeling the living furnace of its strength beneath him. The nobles watched in silence as the dragon carried its new master upward, smashing through the shattered dome of the chamber into the alien sky. For the first time in ages, Vorith flew free, not as a weapon, not as a pet, but as a companion. And the galaxy would soon learn that even the fiercest empires can kneel when a human dares to stand.